Okay, so I thought we'd try out a bear banger. This will be my first time using one, so I thought we'd show you guys as well as a can of expired bear spray that I've carried with me for the last 5 or 6 years on camping trips, but I've never had occasion to use. So I thought we'd give it a try, and just so we can see its range and how it will work if we ever need to use it. Of course, we have a new non-expired can. So we'll start with the Bear Banger. I guess these guys are called True Flare Bear Banger Signal cartridges. This is the launcher for it, and I guess it has a pen style attachment that can fit in your pocket. The Bear Banger cartridge screws into here, and it's a center fire cartridge, meaning that this firing pin is going to hit the center of the cartridge and then launch it. Now I'll show you that in a second. Essentially you just operate it with your thumb. This I guess would be the safe position, this middle position with the firing pin held back and away from the cartridge. And to fire it, simply pull this back all the way and let it go. And I don't know if you can see inside there, there's a firing pin that will come forward and strike the primer on the cartridge that will then set them off. And what it'll do is shoot out probably in the 30-yard range and then make a gigantic boom and hopefully frighten away whatever Bruin is causing you problems. So here's the cartridge. Unscrew that. There's the primer cap that the firing pin is going to strike. Screw him onto the end of the Bear Banger. And what I'll do is, we've got a bit of a crosswind, but I'm just going to fire him sort of straight down the path that way. And actually, Andrew, if you can just point out here. So from the railing, we've got a couple of cans. The can here, the first blue one, is 25 yards. And then in our little pond there, there's a white can, and that marks about 50 yards. And further along, there's a pine tree with a frying pan hanging from him, and that's about 75 yards. So I'm just going to fire a pretty flat trajectory. I'm going to pretend there's a bear in between the blue and the white can, and I'm just going to kind of fire it towards the middle. And we'll see how far he goes, and we'll see how loud of a bang this thing makes. So yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Put your head.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll put my hearing protection on. So we'll pull this guy back, and he's ready to fire. And so Angie, if you'll aim kind of towards the middle. Yeah, so he went pretty much right in between them. And the idea is that you want that kind of near the bear. Of course, the sound will scare the heck out of him. And preferably, you don't want this to detonate on the far side of the bear so that it scares him towards you. So kind of aim a little bit closer to where, in between you and the bear, and set him off. But that's quite a good bang. So the Bear Banger comes with 5 in the pack, I believe. So we've used 1, and so you can see now it's basically empty.
Yep.
And maybe you can see where the firing pin struck the primer. So that's how Bear Bangers work. So we'll try the bear spray next, and what we'll do is go down below and put our backs to the wind, because I don't want any of this pepper spray coming back on us. Okay, so here's our expired can of bear spray. And what bear spray is, basically it's a high capsaicin level pepper spray. In Canada, you're not allowed to carry pepper spray or use it for self-defense purposes at all. But you are allowed to carry bear spray, with the caveat that you only use it on bears. If you use this on a person, you're going to pick up criminal charges, whether you're using it for self-defense or not. So only for use on critters. So basically what we've got is a glow-in-the-dark safety tab here. Pull that off, and now we're essentially live and ready to fire. and you push this button down, and it'll act just pretty much like a fire extinguisher. So what I'm going to do is aim him towards a white bucket. He's about 7 yards away. The winds are a bit swirly. Hopefully we won't pick up any blowback on us, but this will give us an idea of the range, if that's about 7 yards to the white bucket. So we'll give him a spray. And I think we've got about 5 seconds worth, so it's a count, I guess. So I counted 5 seconds, and there's still some left in here. Let's give it another quick spray. Yep, and you can see some on my finger here kind of marks as orange. And we didn't get any blowback.
Thank goodness.
Yep. So that's how the bear spray works. So effective range really is, I'd say, 5 yards thereabouts.